Welcome to the GPLama YouTube channel, where I have more news and updates from Zwift, who have been very busy lately. This week releasing their This Season on Zwift media press kit, giving us an indication of what's coming up over the next few months on the platform. There's a few things that we saw in the last update, 1.54, and there are a few new things too, which you haven't seen yet. Let's dig into those details now. Alrighty, the summary is new level structure and drop shop, which we saw the other day. We'll just do a quick recap of that. Level up with streaks, so ride streaks, climb portal scaling, and the new things we haven't seen yet. Play on Zwift, companion app update, new look for avatars, avatar choice, and Apple Watch support update. There are also a number of events as things really kick off in the Northern Hemisphere for deep winter to get stuck into. Covering off levels 60 to 100. Again, if you saw my previous video on that, you're already across it and you're probably leveling up very quick, including ride streaks. Now, I am hoping they do speed that ride streak screen up. If you've ridden lately, you'll notice at the end of the ride, you still have to wait for that screen to pop up and wait for the stats to populate. And I mean, it's good because you do get that extra XP and you are leveling up faster. But one thing that isn't fast is the loading of that screen. Anyway, stay tuned to see if they do any updates on that. Climb to new heights, again, something else we covered in the previous update, which is the scaling of the climb portal. Now, I saw someone comment on this the other day on, I think it was Reddit, maybe the Zwift forums, where they were doing some climb repeats at every single scaling option. So the dude rode up at 50%, turned around, back down, up at 75%, back down, back up at 100%, back down, back up at 125%. Now, for some of those climbs, that's a lot of elevation, but a very creative way to get a workout done over many hours, I guess depending on the length of the climb, but that's a creative way of using the climb scaling on the climb portal feature. Alrighty, on to the new information. First slide here from Zwift, Play on Zwift. Zwift Play Beta experience continues to test events this winter. Participating in these events gives you the chance to experiment with different ways we're integrating steering, braking, gamification into racing on Zwift with these, the Play controllers. So I'm happy to see Zwift continue to develop that, not just release it a few months ago and sort of let it do its own thing. They are continuing to push the gamification if that's your thing. Again, it is optional, but good to see them still rolling on that one. Next up, and probably the most significant update that I can't wait to see drop, over on the companion app here. Queue up your rides and routes. Now, the description here is planning your Zwift rides has never been easier with workout and route queuing or route queuing on the Zwift companion app. So you open up the app, browse the content, workouts and routes, routes. I've got to say both words now or I'll get hit up in the comments. Select the rides you want to do, and when you open Zwift, your selections will be queued up on your home screen. So very similar to pulling up the companion app and entering an event. When you then load the home screen, as it is now, those events will be sort of front and center. You can click straight away and away you go. I'm guessing this will be similar for route badges or other rides that you want to do, including workouts, that if you favorite them or queue them up on the companion app, they'll be front and center on that home screen. Very handy if you're on Apple TV and you want to reduce that mouse clicking and using that remote. The rides you've selected before even logging in will be right there, a few clicks and away you go. I'm really looking forward to this one. Next on the list, new avatar, new you. And yes, the cosmetic surgeons have moved into Zwift. We get new faces. Awesome. Along with new faces, we get avatar choice. This is going to be controversial for some. It really doesn't need to be. It's just an option in-game that allows more freedom and more choice for people to represent themselves however they want to be seen in-game. And that's done with avatar choice. You'll be able to choose between all of Zwift's avatar types. You will no longer see the avatars that correlate to your gender in your selected profile. Instead, you can choose any avatar you would like. So for example, I'm a 78 kilo male. I'm represented in-game as a male, and I get the medium build, I think. I think there's skinny, medium, and beefcake when it comes to the dudes. If I like, I can go beefcake, or if I want to represent myself as a skinny rider, I can select that frame type, body frame type that is. If I want to represent myself as a female, that will be possible with this update. Now, a few catches with this. Please note your event category will still match your profile's gender choice for social events and racing, no matter what avatar you choose. Male profiles will only be able to enter male open events. Female profiles will be able to enter female and open events, even if a woman chooses a male presenting avatar. So what we're seeing there is more choice in game, but no change to how your avatar moves forward through the wind, with physics, and how everything else is calculated based on your real profile. So I guess in a way it's a separation of real profile versus how you want to be represented in game. I'm sure it's going to cause some comments. I just ask everybody to keep respectful in the comments on this one. If it doesn't apply to you, keep riding. It's all good. Don't worry about it. Next up, Apple Watch becomes a heart rate monitor in Zwift. You may be asking yourself, what's new about this? Hasn't it always been there? Well, kind of, and it's kind of tricky. It was there in the past, it was pulled from support. I believe the app still kind of half works, but it's unsupported. Zwift are bringing it back and fully supporting it, with the best heart rate monitor is the one you're currently wearing. Well, probably not the Apple Watch, it's not the best one, but if it's the one you're wearing, you know what they're saying. Apple Watch heart rate monitor compatibility to Zwift is coming. Pair your watch with the Zwift companion app. As you would any other heart rate monitor, track your heart rate on screen as you ride and run. Great news for everybody who has an Apple Watch. For me personally, I don't like to get too sweaty indoors with the Apple Watch, so I'll wear a heart rate monitor on my chest or an optical monitor on the top of my arm. But still, good news to see that brought back in-game. They are popular watches. And from there on, tons of events coming along as launched here. What we have is the Zwift Games coming up, the biggest community racing event in history. Just a few little teasers there of what's coming up. More details on all of these features when they are released or when we do get more information. Community racing, Zwift's biggest ever racing tour, 5 stages, 3 sprint, 1 epic, 1 climb. Complete all 5 as a stage race or choose your preferred stages. Race it multiple times every day throughout March. So March is when that's going to be at. And enjoy new racing routes and earn sweet unlocks. So the other video I did the other day, listing all the unlocks on levels, these will be additional unlocks on top of that. So we might see some wheels, frames, fingers crossed. During the Zwift Games, a little bit more information there about the Zwift Games. And in a few days' time, learn how to qualify on December 15th. So more information on that. I'll put links below to this one so you can click through. Z-Fondo's coming up with a few rides there coming in at just under 100K. So there's some big long rides there if you're indoors this winter. Rafa Festive 500 coming up, and I'm guessing that's going to cause some trouble as well with people who don't believe virtual kilometers count. My opinion is if you're on the bike, it's all good, indoors or out. So however you get your Rafa 500 done, awesome, good job. I'll be doing it probably outdoors with the weather here, it's pretty good. But if I'm short on time, Cocoa Bunch is where you'll see me. Next up, Fitness Jumpstart with Coach Kristen Armstrong. An 8-week workout program there starting in January. Tour de Zwift and Rebel Routes comes in January, so look out for that. Le Tap de Tour, Tour de France on Zwift, so the partnership still exists for that. And finally today, ending on a teaser from Zwift about a new March event. In March, Zwift will reveal an all-new tour to introduce a new way to earn rewards. Look for more information in February and get ready to take a spin to earn Zwift rewards in a whole new way. Now I'm guessing that may be outdoor rides rewarded in-game. And that's it. That's this season on Zwift for December 2023 through March 2024. I wouldn't say there's anything groundbreakingly new there, and I think they got the jump on themselves by the 1.54 release the other day, which included a lot of these updates we've just covered. Now, in addition to this, I think we'll see some changes on the hardware side of things. Just the other week, we saw a sneaky change with the Zwift Hub Classic becoming the Kicker Core. So if there's any news or any changes there, you know exactly where to find it right here on this channel. And to be alerted of new videos uploading, hit that subscribe button. It really helps out. If you are a subscriber, as always, thank you very much. I appreciate the support. We shall see you soon.